Good afternoon, folks. So it's getting warmer now. We're here coming into late spring, early summer. This is a C250 model, and I'm starting to get some calls from folks with furnaces that tend to have the fire going out. So this is a quick run through on our C models, our shaker grate units, on how to keep a fire lit in the summer. One thing you can do is adjust your temperature controller, the Renco temperature display there on the side of the furnace. Adjust your cycle to 5 degrees or 3 degrees instead of 10. But the main thing also we're looking at is that you would want to adjust how much air leaks into the firebox while it's idling during those long idle times between burns. And that the door gaskets will affect that, how tight they're sealing. If you recently tightened up your door or put new gaskets in, the fire will tend to want to smother out on a warm day. Some of your units up until this spring have a timer here that you can adjust your settings to cycle about once every hour. I've got it set to 1 minute every hour. I'm not sure if the newer models are going to have that on there, because on the side of the unit here, see if we can, it'll get it to focus here. There is an air leakage adjustment that you can adjust how much the air leaks in during the idle time. So you can see the two holes line up about halfway, and that's usually how I run it. You can adjust that completely open or closed, but what you're looking for is to leak enough air in to keep the fire lit, but not so much that it drifts so much smoke up in the chimney that it clogs with creosote, or you would get your fire up and going to the point that it would start creeping up temperature, where you'd be up boiling on a warm day. So if your fire goes out, probably the main thing I've found is tap those holes open where they line up a little more, and see if that helps. And if you're getting a little creosote in the exhaust, up the baffles out the chimney, tap it closed. Makes a huge difference. If yours is an older model, it doesn't have those holes, you can just drill a hole in the airbox anywhere below the solenoid, below the flapper, and create the same effect. Just start with a small hole and drill a little larger, and if you get too big, you can tape it shut. You can look at the chimney and see how much smoke drifts out the chimney after it's been idling for 5 minutes or so after a burn. And if you learn to watch that, you can learn pretty quickly if you're getting too much air through it or not enough. A lot of smoke coming out, that's a bad sign. You're going to have creosote. If there's almost no smoke, just goes down to nothing, your fire's going to go out. So tall chimneys tend to pull harder, draft harder, so you don't need much air leakage. It's going to do it just through the door gaskets. Short chimneys pull less, so that's another factor to keep in mind. But anyway, hope this helps you out as you go into the summer months. Thanks.